Alright folks, we're talking about the scariest mythical creatures from Japan. These beings don't just scare you, they haunt your soul. So, buckle up, cause it's about to get creepy as hell. Manto, the red cloak. So, you're just out for a nice little walk in the park. But then, out of nowhere, your stomach starts acting up. You like, oh shit, it's DEFCON 1. So, you find this sketchy restroom that hasn't been cleaned since the dinosaurs roamed the earth, but you're desperate. So you get in there, handle your business, and then it hits you. There's no toilet paper. Instead, a creepy ghost covered in a red cloak shows up. This is Manto, and it will offer you a choice. Would you like red paper or blue paper? Now, you might think, okay, I just need to pick a color. This can't be that bad. Red. Bad choice. Manto slices you up so violently, it looks like you've been painted in blood. Yeah, you literally become the red paper. And if you opt for blue paper, this psycho ghost will choke you out until you're as blue as a Smurf. Now, if you're a smart ass and try to outwit the ghost by picking neither, or if you ask for a different color, congratulations. Manto will drag you to the underworld through the same toilet hole you just defecated. It's like a dark joke, but instead of laughing, you're getting murdered in a filthy restroom. Obariyon, the piggyback monster. Obariyon is a small, shadowy creature whose name literally means to ride piggyback. You're walking through a dense forest for God knows what reason. Then all of a sudden, you hear footsteps behind you. But when you turn around, nobody's there. So, you brush it off, telling yourself, nah, it's just my imagination. I'm good, right? But then, bam, you feel something jump on your back. You're like, what the hell? And you look back, expecting to see something. But nah, there's nobody there. But the weight? Oh, that's real? With every step you take, the burden grows heavier. Your legs start trembling as if you are carrying an invisible boulder. The weight becomes unbearable until you stumble forward and eventually collapse. And Obariyon? Oh, he's laughing his ass off, having the best time of his life. But here's the kicker. If you manage to somehow drag your exhausted ass to wherever the hell you were going, Obariyon will reward your effort with a bag of gold equal to the weight you have carried. He's like, alright pal, you did it. Here's some gold for your trouble. Kuchisake Onna, the slit-mouthed woman. You're just walking home, and all of a sudden, there's this gorgeous girl in front of you. She's wearing this long coat, and she's got a surgical mask. But here's where it gets messed up. She steps right in front of you, and hits you with this question, am I pretty? Now hold up. Don't be dumb enough to answer that right away, cause you don't even know the levels of crazy you're dealing with right now. This ain't just some random chick. This is the slit-mouthed woman. And her asking, am I pretty, is like a death trap disguised as small talk. So, like any decent human being, you might say, yeah, you're cute. Bad move, bruh. She's gonna pull off that mask and reveal her slit mouth wide open. Then she'll look you dead in the eye and hit you with the remix. How about now? Oh boy, are you in trouble? You say no, she's gonna stab you with a pair of medical scissors. But if you try to play nice and say yes, even after seeing her face, worse move, she's gonna slit your mouth from ear to ear to match her own style, and you will be left looking like you belong in a Batman comic. But don't worry, there is a way to survive an encounter with this crazy chick, and that is to confuse her with your answer. Hit her with something random like, yo, I'll let you know tomorrow, or, girl, I'm busy. Come back when I ain't got bills to pay. And while she's trying to process your nonsense, you just slip away. Yamauba, the mountain witch. Imagine hiking in the mountains, minding your own business. And, out of nowhere, you spot this frail old lady with wild hair, all crazy, ragged clothes. And she's like, hey, you look hungry. Why don't you come in? Have some soup. Now, this ain't your sweet old grandma. This is Yamauba, and she's here to set you up to become the meal. She wasn't always out here preying on lost hikers. Once, she was just a regular old woman living in the village, got herself a bunch of kids and grandkids. But then, the village hits hard times, and instead of being like, hey, let's all stick together, the village goes, yo, grandma, we're gonna leave you in the mountains. And that's how she turned into a mountain witch. Bitterness does that to you. 1 minute, you're living the golden years. Next minute, you're alone in the woods, plotting on how to eat some hikers. But if you run into her, don't worry. There are some ways you might survive this. First, if she offers you food, don't eat it. Just decline, nice and polite. Second, show some respect to the old lady. Look, Yamauba hasn't had anyone treat her like a human in ages. So, you never know, she might just let you go. Third, be like, hey, you need some firewood? I got you. Need me to clean up? No problem. You might get out of there without becoming lunch. And if none of that works, run motherfucker. Run like you're being chased by a mountain witch, cause guess what? You are Jorogumo, the spider woman. Basically, Jorogumo is a spider, but not your average house spider. No, this is a spider that's been alive for 400 years. Apparently, any spider that lives for that long seems to gain magical powers, transforming it into a Jorogumo. Now, a Jorogumo can shapeshift into a young, attractive woman. Why? Well, to scam dudes like you. So here you are, thinking, oh man, this girl's too good to be true. And guess what? She is. 'Cause while you're over here getting cozy, this spider woman's like, yeah, come on over. I got a special dinner planned. Spoiler alert, you are the dinner. By the time you figure out what's happening, it's too late. You're all wrapped up, legs dangling out, looking like a damn burrito. And she's just sitting there like, this fool tastes extra stupid today. So, stay awake. Ain't nobody worth getting eaten over. Kappa. Now, I know what you're thinking. Kappa seems like some kind of off-brand Pokemon. But nah, this creature's wild. We're talking about a water-dwelling, human frog turtle-looking thing with some serious personal issues. Now first off, this thing has webbed hands and feet, a turtle shell, a beak for a mouth, and skin that's green. But the real kicker? This dude walks around with a dish of water on its head. And here's the thing, that's the source of all its power. So basically, you knock the water off, and this thing becomes as useless as a Wi-Fi signal in a basement. And if you thought that was weird, get this. The Kappa has 3 anuses. I'm not even making this up. I guess that means they can fart 3 times as much as any of us, which has gotta be the worst superpower of all time. But here's where it gets dark. These things are sneaky. 1 minute, they're pulling pranks like looking up women's kimonos, and the next minute, they're out here drowning people, snatching kids, and eating folks. And if you think that's the worst of it, nope. They've got a thing for extracting your shirakodama. That's right, it's a mythical ball of life force that apparently lives in your butthole. Yeah, these creepy turtle things are out here trying to scoop your soul out of your ass. What kind of madness is that? But don't worry, if you ever run into one of these booty ball stealing demons, there's an easy way to escape. You see, Kappa are obsessed with politeness, so if you bow to them, they'll bow right back, and the water spills out of that dish on their head, and suddenly, they're flopping around like a fish out of water. Now, you can just walk away like, see ya, loser? But if you're feeling extra bold, you can refill that dish for them, and guess what? They'll serve you for life. Like, yo, Kappa, I need some help moving this couch. And the Kappa's like, on it, boss. Kitsune. Kitsune is a mythical fox in Japanese folklore. It is famous for their ability to transform into human form. However, it has trouble hiding its foxtails, which can give away its true nature. Kitsune are believed to grow more tails as they age, with the most powerful having up to 9 tails. These tails are a sign of their increasing power and wisdom. You see a fox with 9 tails? That's a Kyuubi, which is basically a boss-level fox. You know, like the one in Naruto. Yeah, don't act like you didn't spend all your weekends watching that. Now, if you've made it this far, I'm damn sure you're gonna love this video next.